Today's podcast is brought to you by Viia. So Valentine's Day is right around the corner, and it's no secret that consuming a little THC can help set the mood in the bedroom. However, getting the right strain and dosage can be difficult. That's why we're thankful for today's sponsor, Viia. Viia has developed a unique blend of pleasure-enhancing cannabinoids, libido-strengthening herbs, and a low dose of THC all into one mind-blowing gummy called High Love. We're talking about pairing aphrodisiac herbs with a mild amount of THC. Their best-selling High Love gummy will awaken your senses, increase blood flow, and intensify any sexual experience. I know what you're thinking. For me, how could any experience become more sexual? Well, it's possible. Viia also offers a wide array of other gummies with or without THC, each with their own strengths and effects catered to your routines. And the best part, Viia legally ships in all 50 states with discreet packaging directly to your door. No medical card required. So, if you're 21 plus, you can get 15% off plus a free pack of award-winning Dreams THC CBN sleep gummies with our exclusive code BALD at viiahemp.com. VIIAHEMP.com. I am a weed product orderer. I don't like to go to the stores. These dispensaries always have like straight guys who scare me. So I'm just, it's great to just have it sent to you. Let the gummies work the magic. Head to viiahemp.com and use the code BALD to get 15% off plus one free sample of their Sleepy Dream gummies. If you're 21 plus, VIIAHemp.com and use code BALD at checkout. Take your passion and pleasure to a whole new level with High Love from Viia Hemp. Today's episode of Bald and the Beautiful is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform for entrepreneurs to stand out and succeed online. Whether you're just starting out or managing a growing brand, Squarespace makes it easy to have a beautiful website, engage with their audience, and sell anything from products to time to content all in one place, all on your own terms. Now, what I love about this is that we all use phones, whether you have an iPhone or a Galaxy or, so many smartphones take incredible photos. You literally could run your whole business by taking pictures on your phone and building your own website. It is amazing. I just always feel like as a business owner, so many things feel out of reach. And I love things like Squarespace that make it like from the beginning of your business, you can have the website of your dreams. It's the best website templates. You don't even have to be super creative. We're all creative. But I'm certainly not a web designer. So I love that the templates make your creativity very organized. So I can be creative, but not have to necessarily know all the fundamentals of graphic design. You know what I mean? It's also great because it has extensions. So you can extend the functionality of your website in a lot of different ways. Go over to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/ball to get 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
Excuse me, what is your age?
My age, wait, are we on?
We're rolling.
Oh, we're rolling.
Yeah, I'll introduce you later.
Oh, it's all good. I was like, wait a minute. No, my age,
Stop screaming.
I keep thinking I'm on stage. I'm in this set. Fuck you, God. I'm 48. I'll be 49 this year.
Okay, I'm going to say.
Hey, wait, how old are you?
41, but why do you look 15 years younger than I do?
Because I'm not white.
Oh, so should I, do I Rachel Dozel myself?
What do I do? Because that's
do?
Problematic. I would say you just need to get some black dick and get that little melatonin inside of you.
Honey, I've had plenty of melanated black dick inside me, but I remain this pale and pallid and translucent.
Well, you can work on this. You don't look your age.
I look older.
Yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking as I was looking at you.
Though, because this is the axe I've been grinding since I moved to LA.
Tell me.
I'm sick and tired, sincerely.
Yes.
Of older is bad, younger is good. Not only that, older is useless, younger is the ultimate value.
No.
Girl, get the fuck out of here.
I think it works both ways. I think it's just, they're all fucked up. I know people that are 20 years old that are assholes, and I know people that are 60 and are total fucking miserable cunts.
Right.
So I don't think
do you know any wise 20-year-olds? It's their fresh, dewy,
okay, you said 20. You didn't say 18. So 20. 21-year-olds. 21-year-olds.
18 is the age of consent, Bianca. Don't judge me. In America,
Well,
it
I haven't
surely
been
is.
to court, so I have no idea. But I was just assuming it's all 21. But no,
Have you really?
Children don't excite me. I don't.
No.
I'm not,
I'm not talking about children. I'm talking about
Well,
in
18,
Hollywood.
I consider a
The
child.
starlet is 22.
Oh, a starlet. Oh, we're talking about the show business in general.
showbiz.
Yeah, I would say that it is interesting that they always look at the young and think the young is profitable and the young is exciting.
The young is
No.
the only option.
Right.
You
No,
know, you
don't care
become
for it.
like, there's that funny bit, I think Julia Louis-Dreyfus and a bunch of other actresses in their 40s and 50s are like, welcome to the unfuckable table now that you've turned 40.
There
It's
you
like,
go.
But it's not a joke. It's true.
No, when you think about something like Sunset Boulevard, and here was a woman who was 50 at the time.
Norma Desmond?
Yeah, Norma Desmond, who was the character, was in her 50s and her career was over. It's like, that's fucking insane. Look at Meryl Streep. Meryl Streep's what, 70-something years old?
Look at fucking Judy Dench, 320.
Hello? Oh, did I ever tell you a
Blind.
story about Judy Dench?
Blind.
So Judy Dench had come to see me when I was doing the musical Everybody's Talking About Jamie. So I was there, and then I was doing the tour of the show, and then I got a text message from her daughter, who I know, Finty, who's a lovely actress as well. And she's like, I see that you're going to be on the road, and you're going to be, I don't know where the hell, Brighton, I think that was in the UK. And she goes, that's near our home, and we wanted to know if you wanted to come and have Christmas. And I was like,
Are you fucking
fuck
kidding me?
yeah, I'm gonna go have Christmas with fucking Judy Dench.
With
Like, sign me the
Judy
fuck up.
fucking
Judy
Dench?
fucking Dench. She's a hoot. So anyway, all of this has worked out, and I'm all excited. And everybody on tour is like, Bianca, well, I know that you're away from your family because they don't realize. Yeah, they're like, we
Orphan,
know,
whatever.
They know we know you're away from your family. Would you like to come with us? I'm sure you don't have plans. And I'm like,
Someone as ugly
girl,
as you could not.
Girl, someone as rotted as you for the holiday season has going to be lonely and desperate.
Not
And I
even the
said,
Salvation Army would want you, girl.
oh, I would want the Salvation Army, but I'm like, girl, I'm going to Judy. They're like, what? I said, Judy Dench invited me to her house for Christmas. And like, are you fucking kidding me? I go, yes. So this leading up to this and everything's amazing, right? Then we get to Brighton. I believe it was Brighton. I can't remember. It's the one with the beach.
I love Brighton.
I think it's Brighton. Brighton's
Yeah,
with the
yeah,
beach, right?
yeah,
With all
yeah.
the rocks. So I'm there. Everything's going well. And it's all during the COVID moment. So
Oh,
nobody
no.
was supposed to leave our circle.
Okay.
And the lead, Leighton Williams, who was in our cast, who's actually just did Dancing with the Stars in the UK.
I haven't heard of him. He ain't
It's
no
one
star.
of those. Anyway, he went to a party and he got COVID. And we all got COVID. So I could not go to Judy Dench's fucking house. And I thought, wait a minute, what if I'd have gone and not known, and then I would have killed Judy Dench? Can you imagine?
That's
that would have been a really
That's a really healthy psychological spin on a horrible situation.
Well, it was the easiest way to look
I,
through it.
however, would like to not spin it that way. And I'm going to look at this camera and say,
Tell us.
Leighton Williams, you are not a star and you cannot dance. That part. So take that down to Fiorucci Boulevard and give Judy Dench COVID with that.
Listen, I love him, but I was
Well, I
like,
don't.
I wanted to kill him because I was like, fuck!
Yeah.
Fuck, but
that
she did
sucks.
send me Christmas gifts, which was very, very sweet. She was lovely.
Were
and
they
then
cheek swabs?
No, she sent me actually little reindeer tassels. I have a picture. I'll have to send it to you. Little rainbow titty tassels, and she made me a stocking. How sweet is that? Judy fucking Dench. How
Judy
lovely.
fucking Dench.
And then we
Crafter
shared a
to-
dressing room at one
crafter
point.
extraordinary.
Well, I was in the dressing room early. It was during
After she
Edinburgh
blew it up.
Festival, and I was there.
Okay.
And I was using a dressing room, and the deal for me, this was in my rider, which was, as long as I don't have to change dressing rooms for a week and a half, I will use this particular
fierce.
theater. And they were like, okay, great, no big deal. And then when I got there, they're like, we have some convention happening in the morning. We need you to move your stuff. And I'm like, didn't we
Lord.
fucking say
Yeah,
no
yeah,
more
yeah.
shit?
Yeah,
Because you
yeah,
know how
yeah.
much shit I bring. So I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
fucking pain in the ass.
Yeah.
So I moved all of my stuff. And then when I came in for my evening show to set up, there was a sign that said Judy Dench. And I went,
Is it a joke? Did
wait
you
a
think
minute.
it was a joke?
Wait a minute. I cleaned my room for Judy. So then I texted her daughter and I told her what was going on. She's like, oh my God, mama. And then I left a note for Judy. And then they lost the note for Judy. So we missed each other. But I know.
All right, Judy, I know you're listening and I
Judy?
know you're watching this. Can we just have your mailing, comment below, your
below,
mailing
please.
address and
Yeah.
phone number.
Yeah, put it up.
So just we'll call
So we
you.
can
Nobody else
contact
will
you and
call
make
you.
it happen. We'd love
Yeah.
to have you here in the podcast.
No, I wouldn't, but we'll love to call
it's
you.
Judy fucking Dench.
No, we'll just call her.
We'll
She'll
make
give
a
us
call.
COVID.
Yeah, we don't want to make her travel. Could you imagine?
Yeah, listen, I mean, Maggie Smith.
Another
Let's
one.
talk about Maggie Smith.
Talk about a bitch who made a career being a cunt.
Sweetie, have you
That's-
ever seen Murder by Death?
No, have you seen, which one's the other one that I love? Death on the Nile. Have you seen that one?
No.
Death on the Nile? Maggie Smith, Angela Lansbury, Betty Davis. Ooh, yes! Yes!
Oh,
Yes!
shit.
Do you really need the whole hand?
Oh, no, just
Okay, I was gonna say
one finger.
But they're all in that movie, and it's costumes that are done by Anthony Powell. They're amazing drag. Won an Academy Award for Best Costumes. It's an amazing movie.
Girl, Murder by Death was, about Clue, right?
Yes.
So in the earlier, Truman Capote is in this movie.
Capote, we love.
We got Peter Sellers as the yellow-faced Ching Chong. No, yeah, he does a yellow-faced Ching Chong character, so offensive.
Of course.
And then Maggie Smith and she plays like oh Dickie.
Yeah.
How tacky. I mean,
She's done that a lot.
Cunt.
Yes.
There's a rich bitch, and it's just, the movie's absurd. I love it so much. And
I have to look. I haven't seen it.
it's fabulous.
I
If
haven't
you love
seen it.
Clue, you'll love this one. It's Truman Capote with his fucking gay lisp.
Oh,
And
of
it's
course he had a big gay lisp.
It's so fun. It's great. Anyways, who else is your if you had to body snatch the body of an actress who is over 50
Okay.
and get to live in her heyday, live her whole life, whatever you wanted to.
Living like somebody that I wanted to be, or somebody
So
that I
say
like.
an actress who's still living, but over the age of 50, and you can snatch into her body whenever you want during any era of her life.
Ooh. Oh, I'd have to say Glenn Close. Oh. Now you see, that's a crazy fucking bitch. You see? And then what's crazy, not crazy, she's not real crazy in real life.
No.
But what's crazy is that she plays crazy, and you've got to be crazy to play crazy that fucking good.
Well, you gotta know crazy.
And you've had to experience crazy.
Crazy. Yeah. I'm on my way, baby.
On your way. You're on the fucking crazy train, bitch. I fucking know you. I've
I'm
worked
on the
with you.
caboose.
Crazy.
Boop,
Crazy.
boop, beep,
Caboose.
beep. I'm on the bus. I'm not on the train. I'm driving the
Make
bus.
it all
I'm
stops.
Sandra Bullock.
Make it all
But there's no
fucking
bomb under there. I'm driving over 50. No. So I saw, look, I've been Googling, a lot of Googling.
What have you been Googling?
Liza fucking Minnelli.
Oh, don't get me started. Another bitch. That's who you want to be?
No, I am her.
Oh, well, okay.
No, just without the talent.
I see the
All
resemblance.
the pills, no talent. Yeah.
I've got the drug abuse, but no talent.
A great mother. So it's actually, I'm not really her at all. 1972, I Gotcha.
Cabaret.
Not Cabaret. I Gotcha.
Liza with a Z.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I Gotcha.
Yeah. Have you ever done that number?
You think I could do that number? That's
I'm
such
just
a
asking. I don't know
compliment.
what you do. I've never been to your
That's a
show. What do
compliment.
I know?
I can do this part.
Show me. Yes. That's very Fosse, or it's an epileptic fit. Yeah, that too.
So if there weren't the backup dancers, you would be convinced she was having a seizure.
You see?
A nervous breakdown.
But
and then,
seizure in sequins. Different. She's wearing Halston, honey. That makes it a show.
And
you're on a stage.
Sweetie, that outfit.
That outfit, that little red
elegance,
sequin,
cut
red
to
tights.
the coochie. Sheer red tights, red pumps.
Red shoes.
And
I
then
think it might be red boots, I think it is.
No, they're shoes.
They're shoes.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
I
I've
thought
watched
they were
it
red boots.
54 times.
Okay. I'll
And
take your word.
Because I said Trixie should wear the pink version, I wear the red one, we do it together. But if we were to perform,
Yeah.
we'd have to wear the boots.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the boots actually work great. Because you probably find matching boots for the two of you, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
In a size 15 for her.
What size shoe do you wear?
I am a dainty European 42.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You have surprisingly large leg hooves.
I wear 12 in women's, which is crazy.
That's crazy. You
It
are
is.
4'2", and you
I
have
am
these
not
giant
4'4".
feet.
How tall are you?
4'8". You're 4'8".
4'9". 4'9" with
5
lashes.
foot, fine,
4'9"
5
with
foot, yeah.
lashes. No, I think I'm like 5'8" in real life.
You're full of shit.
5'8". That's not tall. How tall are you?
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Fuck off!
I'm 5'9". Boop. Well, I'm 5'9", so it's fine.
Oh,
but,
that's a big deal.
yeah,
You're so
yeah.
much taller than I am. But you know what's crazy? There's people that are like my height that I consider smaller.
Well, because they have...
Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, oh, what a small little, like Courtney Act. I think of her as like a tiny little
But
thing.
she is petite,
I know,
girl.
but she's not. She's like our height or taller.
No, she's like 5'7".
No.
Honey, her shoes, she stops at the kids section.
Oh, she could wear tiny shoes. Yeah, she could
She
wear
is
tiny
a
fucking.
37.
I'm amazed at the people with tiny feet. You know who else has big feet that I found out? Because I knew this fag that
Angela
worked
Lansbury.
at Louboutin in Paris, who sent me a message saying, "Come and get some shoes." And I'm like, "Great." So I'm going to the store. I
couldn't
said, "I
get
have
Louboutin.
big
You couldn't
feet."
get Louboutin.
So we went in and we're looking at all the shoes, and he's like, "Don't worry, you can get a 42. We can get a
Oh,
43."
please.
I said, "Do you even make 43s?"
They
He goes,
don't.
"In specific shoes, we do." And he says, "You know who fits in the 43? Paris Hilton and Kimora Lee
I
Simmons."
knew you were going to say Paris Hilton. She has 11, size 11
There
feet.
you go.
Size 11
There you
feet.
go.
She's also 6 feet tall almost.
Well, I guess on Louboutin she wears a larger size, which is
Girl,
crazy to think
that's-
about.
You know, it's the funny thing. Because when, in my opinion, when you're a drag queen especially, and you have a shoe size out of the normal range, you're dodging a bullet. The most uncomfortable shoe you could ever wear in your life.
Well, they don't look comfortable.
They look fabulous.
No, they don't look comfortable. Well, the queens that I see wearing
they look
them,
fabulous.
The
They
queens
don't-
I see wearing them don't look comfortable. And the worst part is
No.
it's the same thing with purses. I don't understand the fascination
Ooh,
with purses
me
because they're like,
neither.
ooh, I spent all my money on a Gucci purse. Now you have no money to put in the fucking
Also,
purse.
so it's gonna get stolen on the subway, you fucking
Thank you.
idiot.
Thank you. Perfect example. A big fancy purse and you're
A
riding the subway.
Birkin? Are you nuts?
I don't
You're
care
gonna
for that.
leave it in a bathroom somewhere doing cocaine, you fucking lush housewife. Not talking to you.
I was going to say,
like,
did somebody
Real
tell you?
Housewives or whatever.
It's happened to me before. But you know what's interesting is that I always find funny. I don't get any satisfaction out of going, this costs this much money. I love going, girl, $2.
Yeah, you're never going to
Amazon.
believe this. Yeah, you're never going to
Yes.
believe this. It is so it's funny because we talk about this all the time, Trixie and I. She's very newly rich. She grew up in a trailer.
Yeah, I saw the teeth. Yeah. I did. Upper, just the upper. She's not here.
I don't think she's got to go to a lower specialist. I think her doctor only does stuff. No, stop it.
Girl, when Jiggly had her bottom done, that says a lot.
That
says
was
a lot.
some Frankenstein,
It was.
incredible. That
That's
should have
some
been
work.
Nobel Prize
That's
winning.
some fucking work,
yeah,
honey.
the Kennedy Center
Honey,
honors.
that is Make-A-Wish. That
Thank you.
is
No, that's
reconstruction.
the Swan.
The Swan. Remember the Swan. Could
Girl.
they get away with the Swan now?
No, because not because it's offensive, because they're cheap.
Oh, that too. Because they would
They're
send them
cheap.
away. For those of you who don't know, they would send them away and then just totally just like tear these people apart.
like,
liposuction, new titties, new teeth.
Let's see. It would be Stacey Lane Matthews walks into the Swan and out walks Emma Stone.
There you go.
Literally.
And yeah, you'd go, is that her? It's her. Yeah.
I bet it was a bait and switch. I bet it was all like they had a lab set
With
and a
other
doctor said,
people that look like them.
Yeah.
And maybe pick contestants from what they look like. Yeah.
yeah,
You're
they're
onto
like,
something.
oh, you got a younger sister who's thin? Is she pretty? We'll give her a nose job and call it a wrap.
Bring her in. Bring her in. That's it.
Today's episode of Bald and the Beautiful is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform for entrepreneurs to stand out and succeed online. Whether you're just starting out or managing a growing brand, Squarespace makes it easy to have a beautiful website, engage with their audience, and sell anything from products to time to content all in one place, all on your own terms. Now, what I love about this is that we all use phones, whether you have an iPhone or a Galaxy or, so many smartphones take incredible photos. You literally could run your whole business by taking pictures on your phone and building your own website. It is amazing. I just always feel like as a business owner, so many things feel out of reach. And I love things like Squarespace that make it like from the beginning of your business, you can have the website of your dreams. It's not something you have to save up for or pay for help for. Like doing it yourself is so liberating. Something I really love about it is it's basically like an online store. So like you can sell physical things, you can sell digital copies of things or service products. Like you can sell whatever you want online on your website, which is great because I'm telling you from owning different companies, when you're out of stock or you want to run a sale, let's say you wake up on a Friday and you're like, I want to run a weekend sale for my swimsuit business. You can, and you don't have to depend on somebody waiting to get back in the office on Monday to like implement that change. You know what I mean? I also love that you can create custom merch. So you can create a passive income stream by just creating your own merch, which is great because some things, you guys, especially weird things like inside jokes or like things that are kind of the moment, it's great to be able to come up with, let's say, a t-shirt design and have it on sale on the internet tomorrow. Some things like, especially if you're doing something that's like maybe mirroring something in the world, like you want it out now. I also really love the Fluid engine. I mean, it's never been easier for anyone to unlock creativity. I mean, it's the best website templates. You don't even have to be super creative. We're all creative, but I'm certainly not a web designer. So I love that the templates make your creativity very like organized. So I can be creative, but not have to necessarily know all the fundamentals of like graphic design. You know what I mean? It's also great because it has extensions. You can extend the functionality of your website in like a lot of different ways. Go over to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/bald to get 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
This episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. It's the start of the new year, and what better way to start 2024 than with the support of online therapy from BetterHelp? It can be difficult to get started with change in a new year, but more importantly, it's hard to keep it consistent. That's why with BetterHelp, you can figure out what is working in your life and what isn't. Therapy is an incredible resource for dealing with the constant chaos life throws our way, like your dog secretly plotting to murder you for more treats, or that neighbor with a home theater system who watches Interstellar at full, glorious volume. I've gone to therapy and have seen the growth and change it can lead to. But come on, let's be honest. Sometimes getting up and physically going to therapy can be exhausting in itself, and you need a therapist just for that. With BetterHelp, however, you can do your session from the ease and comfort of your own home at a schedule that works best for you. Remember Sigourney Weaver in Copycat? She was an agoraphobic. They didn't have BetterHelp back then, but I bet she wishes they did. BetterHelp is designed to work with you, and all you have to do is a brief questionnaire to find the best matched licensed therapist for you. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Start the new year right with BetterHelp. Celebrate the progress you've already made. Visit betterhelp.com/bald today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/bald. We have to talk about the tour because I'm going to forget, and it's very important.
Okay.
So you have, for some reason, against all odds and against everybody's wishes, decided to go on another tour.
I did. You know what? And the weird thing is that I would have done it last year, but I decided to take a break because, there was, I don't know if you heard, but there's a couple of these people that were out there by the name of like Beyonce and Taylor. And I thought,
are they folk artists?
Well, they're working. They're working. They're up and coming. They're working up and coming.
Right?
And I just thought, let them go make some money for a minute.
I mean, you have to give them a chance.
I got the call. I said, take the dates, honey. So, yes, I am hitting the road. I start February 12th, I believe, in San Diego.
Jesus Christ, it's in like 3 days.
It is. But, I'm out on the road. And what's great is that I'm going to be out. So we're doing the first 60 to 70 dates, which are in America and Canada. And then I'll be traveling all across the globe after that.
Girl, I saw you at the House of Blues 14 years ago.
You did? Remember that when you came? Wait, you know what's so funny about that?
What?
Do you know how I didn't know it was you?
Because I hadn't been on the show yet, but I just got cast.
No, I know you hadn't been on the show yet, but there was you sent me a message on Twitter, and your Twitter handle was like Katya's #1 fan. And I was like, that was your Twitter name. And then, yes, I got a call from Mish who said to me, she's like, Katya's been trying to get in touch with you. And I'm like, well, who the fuck is this?
Oh, because I only had one fan at that time, me.
There you go.
Oh, okay,
so it said Katya's #1 fan. So I'm like, I thought it was like some fan page.
Oh, no, it was Katya's #1 flan. It was a cuisine account.
That's what it was.
I
forgot
my
you're
banking
into
account.
desserts.
No.
Yes. So in the end, Katya's #1 flan sent me a message, and I didn't see it because I thought it was like a fan site.
I think we did
Then
end
you
up
showed
meeting.
up. They said, no, it's really her. And that's when we were sitting backstage.
I'll never forget. You said, why don't you stick a loaf up your pussy, you fucking bitch?
Because you're yeasty.
No, not to me.
Oh.
To a woman in the crowd. It was some kind of, there was a yeasty something, and said, I bet you have a fucking loaf up your pussy right now, you fucking bitch. And it was so quick and
it was sourdough. Yeah. That was.
Now you're a baker.
Now I'm a baker.
I was like, I
almost
spit out my drink because I was like, what? It was really like just a very casual, quick audience exchange. You weren't doing crowd work. And it was like, it was.
Well, that's what they pay for.
I know, but I was just like, that had me gagging. It was just so funny.
Yeah, you should have seen
it. It was
pussy.
so vulgar.
That made me gag. But we had a good time. And that's when you came backstage.
You were
we chatted.
so nice.
We chatted that night, and you was like, I'm about to go on the show, and we caught up on all that madness. I said, don't do it. It's a trap. Like, it's already done, and here we are.
Well, it's funny. I am so, this is going to sound so corny, but.
Oh, God, here we go.
It's so
Wait,
strange.
is Judy Dench in that closet? You're about to bring her out. Is that what's going to happen?
Judy, just staying there for a second. There's an oxygen tank in the upper drawer.
Right. She can't see us.
She can't hear it. She can't. Well, she's blind.
I know.
Okay.
That's why she was inviting me to her house. She had no idea who it was.
She thought you were Bianca Jagger.
She thought I was Latrice. Didn't matter.
I don't think she's well.
Anyway, what?
Wait. I was just gonna say it's such a I feel such it's so strange to have have met people that I've like you, Lady Bunny, Coco Peru, people I've been jerking off to for years.
Old people? Is that what you're trying to say? To have met old people? You're not far behind, cunt bag.
Well, no. I'm 3 or 4 years behind. It's so sometimes you slip into the bunny voice or a bad bunny voice, and it's almost like a brain infection.
Completely.
Because you're like, and then you'll be
takes over.
You'll be I was at bank the other day. She's like, how would you like it? Large bills. And I'm like, what the hell is happening?
Yeah. And it takes over. What's crazy is that she told me that I sound more like her than she does. Fag.
Yeah.
She calls you, we call her Drive-By Bunny, where she just goes through a list of queens.
Oh.
And if you don't answer, she moves on to the next queen.
bam.
I've been at my house
Honey.
with Mariah Balenciaga, and then my phone will ring, and
sweetie.
then I don't answer. I'm like, I don't have time. Because you know how it is with Bunny. You got to like take a break and have a moment.
So okay. With Bunny, I idolized her. I mean, I loved her so
she's
much.
amazing.
I watched her extra, her special X-rated for extra. You know what?
Yeah.
And on I think it was a CD-ROM at that point.
It was.
And
Flotilla DeBarge does the narration.
she's fucking hysterical. But so then when I actually got to meet and then work with her, I realized it's a double-edged sword. Sometimes you be careful what you wish for.
You shared a dressing room, did you?
Oh, it's not only that. I shared a telephone number. And then for maybe a good year and a half, I would pick up the phone like, oh my God, I can't wait to have some riveting political analysis from a very in tune person.
You never know what you're getting. You never know if you're getting this political agenda or you're getting a fart joke.
Yeah,
she does that.
Hey, you gonna fuck me, yeah.
Wait. Sherry Vine told me she used to call her.
And it never stops. You put the phone down, you do the dishes,
and it's still
come
there.
back, when you gonna, it's like diabolical.
She used to call Sherry Vine and go, apple, 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 apple. And then Sherry go, what do you want? You don't like apples, girl? Apple. And then
then she called me. She go, banana.
There you go.
Banana.
There you go.
She called Trixie, corn.
There
corn.
you are.
She made her way down the alphabet.
Back in the day, she would call your answering machine and like fill up your entire
Mama,
answering machine.
That's cunt though.
But that's old school. So,
Mama, you have a hard day at the office.
and you come home and you get
beep, 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 serotonin. You don't need that Prozac anymore. You're like
white noise.
You fall asleep.
That's what she would do. She would fill up your answering machine.
I mean, remember
Batshit.
Batman Returns? Selena Kyle comes home with it, and she's
yes,
like, it's
yes.
like, imagine if it was, hey, Catwoman, have you changed the litter box today?
That's my little pussy, girl. How many lives do you have left?
I have some milk for you,
Shitty kitty.
Yeah. Wait, speaking of which, we have a special celebrity call-in question.
Oh,
I
God.
hope they're available.
Call-in question.
It's kind of a big deal. It's kind of a big deal.
Is it Judy Dench?
It's actually probably more famous.
Did she call
than
from the
that.
closet?
Let's see if she.
Okay.
I mean, I know a lot. I'm kind of famous now, Bianca. I know a lot of.
Oh,
Famous
I know you're
people.
famous. Yeah.
Kate Beckinsale invited me to her birthday party once. Hold on, let me try again.
Yeah, do it. Because we've got time.
This is humiliating. I did a pre-call yesterday too.
to warn them.
You know what? Maybe because she's in glam right now, she doesn't want to do FaceTime.
Oh, I got it. Okay, yeah.
Charlize never likes
Yeah, I
to do
totally
glam.
understand. I totally understand,
Also,
yeah.
like Julia Roberts.
Yeah, I get it.
Oh, is this delightfully sexed pot lady Bunny by chance?
Oh no! This is the dried up old winter version.
Oh.
Hi, Lady Bunyan.
Oh, well-
Here to assert myself. What other random clowns have you near?
Hello, Lady Bunyan.
Who is that?
It's the Vinegar Witch.
I hope that does not mean Jacqueline Beat.
No, gosh, no.
No.
I haven't thrown up yet. I'm hard, Bunny. I'll give you a hint. I'm hard looking at her.
Talk you through it? You want to talk me through it? Good girl poker, good girl poker.
Big girl poker.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Connecticut good girl.
Oh my. Well, listen? This person, Bianca's about to go on tour. We wondered if you had any words of wisdom or encouragement for her as she embarks on her next solo tour.
Well, I wish her the best, of course, but I do want to thank her for cooperating with me
Thank you.
so that she could show her concern and begin her tour, upcoming tour.
Mhm.
You know, when it comes down to it, I am Connecticut Anne Flintstone realness.
Well, you're
Don't come around here if you can't hang.
Yes.
Well, Bunny, thanks as always for your riveting and
Thank you
insightful
for
political insight.
We appreciate that.
No,
Thank you so much.
Who is that?
That's Bianca Del Rio. I believe you were.
Oh, gross.
You just gave me a statement, you cunt.
Yeah.
Yes, she's going to slay herself. Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you, Bunny, and please have a happy new year.
Well, I wish you luck, Bianca, on your tour. And Katya, I really wish you luck on this podcast.
Thank you, Bunny.
Bye, Bunyan.
She hung up.
Oh, God.
You can always count on Bunyan to just hang up.
Well, when she's done talking, she hangs up on you.
Oh, if she's singing.
Yeah, well, as soon as you start mentioning yourself, because she's like, girl,
You can't get a word in.
You get a word in. Gotta go. Click.
But girl, so that went on for 2 years. Then I stopped answering the phone.
Of course.
If I saw her in person, it's always a kiki. Always a kiki. Then I stopped answering the phone because I know I'm 24th on the phone tree.
Well, not only that, but you need to sit down for like an hour and a half. Like, there's no way. Like, you gotta go, where am I?
Or you could just like roll over, press, and then go back to sleep and put her on mute.
That works too, but you can't walk. Like if you're in New York and you're walking around the street, and this would happen to me all the time, my phone would ring and it was her. And I'm like, do I pull over from walking?
How much do I have? 3 hours?
Yeah,
do
like, can I just
hours?
stand here under this while it's raining and deal with this? Because you will walk into traffic and get killed by talking to her.
And you should if you're talking to her.
It's actually a better solution
If they
than talking
see the
to
name
her.
on that phone screen, text me. Well, but then fast forward to like, I don't know, 3 months ago, I was like, let me see what fucking Bunny's up to.
Oh, God,
and
you're brave.
not only did we have not only, because I figured she's probably mushy banana brains right now.
Well, it just, with all the politics. Yeah, political stuff.
Because I'm not really, I just see all this stuff. I'm not a good, like a very skilled, cogent, media literate viewer of social media because I don't care anymore.
Of course.
But like, not only did we have the kiki of all kikis, she is sharper, wittier, funnier, more insightful, and just as articulate as ever. She really is so fucking interesting.
She is very interesting. And if you see her out of drag, it's even more interesting.
Honey.
Because everybody asks, what does Bunny look like? And I just swollen Jeff Daniels.
Or Ben Franklin.
Yeah,
right?
that too.
Yeah.
And I told her that, and she's like, Ben Franklin, fake. So, as an American, Ben Franklin,
but Jeff Daniels, yeah.
Swollen
You
Jeff
would
Daniels.
never, ever, and she's the only person because she doesn't have a out of drag public persona that much.
No.
But the voice, honey.
And that voice is telltale.
If a sea of Jeff Daniels impersonators and then Bunny, you wouldn't be able to. You'd be like,
what? Where is it?
Yeah.
Where's it coming from? That's very much so
it's
true.
Cunty. It's cunty. So what is the name of the tour?
The tour is called Dead Inside. And this is this is when you're supposed to go, why? Well, it just seemed fitting. You know, you have to find the right title. I wanted to do Salty Bitch, but then they were like, it's problematic when you're going on the road because you can't have bitch in the title.
Also,
Dead
because
Inside.
you're not a bitch. You're quite a nice person.
It depends on who you ask.
Well, what's your Chinese zodiac?
I think I'm June 27th, so I think I'm
No,
1975.
the year. The 1975.
So it's a rabbit, I think.
Oh, let's check it out. Let's check it
rabbit.
out.
Yeah, I think
I'm a dog, obviously.
Makes a lot of sense.
1975.
75. I think it's a rabbit.
I don't like.
Every time I've been to a restaurant, I would see it on the
rabbit?
menu.
What kind of rabbit?
What kind of? It wasn't that specific at Feng Choi's. It was just on the.
It's the no. It's the wood rabbit.
Now, what is a wood rabbit?
Hold on, let me check that. Hold on.
I didn't know I was getting a reading today.
The wood rabbit. There's like the wood because it's an element.
Okay.
I'm the water dog. You're
okay.
You're the
See,
wood
you
rabbit.
know more about this than I do. I just was at the restaurant. I would look for my year, and it said rabbit.
Yeah, love that.
Yeah.
Well, Bunny. That's why I get along with Bunny so
That
well.
must be it.
Yeah.
She's my.
Have you ever fucked her? Sorry. How many times have you fucked her?
Twice. Three times.
Were you awake?
Yeah.
Was she awake?
Listen, a gun I thought it was a gun to my head, but it was a situation where, you mean like have sex?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I left the gig without paying her. Let me tell you a good story about
Fucked her over.
That was good fucking. But we had a moment one time that we were doing the show in New York at XL, and we were doing the show, and she came up to me, and she's like, girl, let's have some fun tonight. And I'm thinking, what does this mean? And then she's like,
God.
I've got the itch. So I was like, she must be talking about cocaine. So I was like, okay, yeah. So I'm like, this will be fun, because I'm an adult and I've had my share with drugs. So I thought, this would be fun. Me and Bunny are going to have a good time.
Yeah.
She's like, girl, I didn't have any money on me. I said, I've had some cash because I lived in Harlem at the time, so I always had to have cash to take the cab back home.
Sure.
And I said, I've got money, no big deal. So we went to the crackhead girl that was in the group, and I went to her, I said, hey, listen, I don't have a drug vendor, do you? And so I gave her the money. She's like, no problem, I'll get it for you.
God.
And then after the show, I saw the girl, and she's like, ooh, gave it to Bunny. I said, no problem. So I'm packing up all of my stuff, and Bunny says, I'm going to run and grab a drink. I said, okay, great, I'll meet you at the front. I pack up all of my stuff. I'm like, this is going to be great. We're going to have a good time with Bun Bun. I go up to the front bar, and I said, where's Bunny? They go, she left. She took my drugs and left. and then didn't answer her phone.
Divas Las Vegas.
What a shady cunt!
No, what
and
an
then
entrepreneur.
acted like it didn't happen.
Honey,
$60.
that's
God
a diva.
damn it.
That's
Took
Brigitte
it,
Nielsen in Beverly Hills Cop 2.
Oh, we just watched that.
Eat the
That
floor.
was fierce. Eat the floor. Have you ever eaten the floor?
Are you kidding?
Like, I mean, you've licked the floor,
I
right?
eat the carpet. I eat the linoleum,
You
the
munch on the
parquet,
rug?
everything, everything down there. The trash, cigarette butts on the driveway.
So basically,
wood
you're
chips,
a drag raccoon.
moss.
That's
peat
moss.
moss.
Peat moss.
Tire tracks on the road.
Crime scenes.
Oh, the chalk,
Trash cans.
chalk. The outline, not is gone when I'm there.
That's
licking
fierce,
it up.
honey. That's fierce. All of a sudden, my nose is itching because I'm talking about cocaine.
Hello.
Oh, it must be a flashback. Mental.
So, do you bristle? How do you feel about? I don't want to lead the leading question. How do you feel about people who are like, I'm a New Yorker?
Oh, I think it's stupid because I don't know many people that are born and raised there. And so a lot of us...
Well, Fran Drescher.
Well, okay, but that was like Queens. So that was like outside of the
Queen of
city.
Queens.
So that's kind of fine because you can sense it with her, with the sound and with the look and all that matters.
Yeah.
So like people that are from Jersey, I'm like, oh, there's a look to it and you understand it. Sure. But I think what's funny is that anybody that moves to New York, and I think the rule is you have to be there 10 years before you're considered a New Yorker. But I say kudos to the person who decided to get out of their hometown to go to New York.
Right,
I think that's a good thing because then you're a smart
And
bitch.
it's a hard thing to do.
It is.
Nowadays, I think you have to be a billionaire to have any kind of 2-bedroom apartment in
that's
Manhattan.
insane. But also when you're there and you're paying what you're paying and doing what you're doing to pay for the rent, you don't realize how absurd it is until you leave there and like come to California and you go, what space? What?
Yeah.
You got room.
Also,
Sunshine.
a friend of mine from New York was like, it costs $30 to leave my apartment.
It does. No, truly. And that's, I mean,
Just
that's,
to get out the door, it's $30.
I had a moment where I was living in Harlem and the rent was cheap, but I had to take a cab every time to come downtown. Then I moved downtown because what I spent in cabs, I could pay for the apartment.
So just
apartment
the
was this
geography,
big.
New York is enormous. How long does it take with no traffic, say, to get from in a car from Harlem to downtown?
Well, if you catch all the lights, it's about 15, 20 minutes.
Oh, but in traffic.
But in traffic, it could take forever.
Girl, we would do these. This is so boring, but we would do these gigs like, you
gigs?
do these things that.
What were the gigs?
VH1, for example, when the drag
excuse me.
race, you go to New York to do press, okay?
Oh, yeah, for your season.
They get you a car from 51st Street to 53rd Street,
Which is
25
insane.
minutes.
Yeah, of course. Just go.
I could have.
You could have walked.
I could have ate the floor on the way
You
there.
could have done
like
it. And
snail
you see,
trailed. It's crazy.
I hate it when you're going somewhere and they send like a limousine. Like it's the worst fucking car for a
It's
drag queen.
so stupid.
You got to get in
Yeah.
like this. You've got a
And
corset.
They
You've got
can't
wigs.
drive well. Give me a Mini Cooper. Strap me to the
Thank
top
you.
of it.
Yeah.
It'll do my hair as I go.
Give me a fucking U-Haul, bitch. I just stand upright the whole entire
Rickshaw.
way. Just a little ramp to go up there. A rickshaw. Now that would be fierce.
Yeah.
And you get a little blanket to sit on the back. That'd be cute.
Yeah.
I'd love it. No, it is tricky though because I always say I would rather just walk. And like when I lived in West Hollywood, I lived near that mall, the Beverly Center. And so Courtney Act lived near me, and I was like, oh, I'm going to walk to the mall. She's like, you're walking? We don't walk here.
Excuse me,
I'm like,
walking to the
I like
Beverly
to
Center
walk.
when you
put
lived
on my
on
headphones
Hayward?
and just walk. What? That's not far.
The Beverly Center
That's not far from there.
The Beverly Center? You're nuts.
Yes.
Mary, you cannot walk to the Beverly Center.
I walked.
You're thinking of a different place.
No, the Beverly Center. That was the big. But that is not that far. It's like 2 miles.
Walking?
Walking.
That would have taken an hour.
Yeah, and
Oh wow, I love that. That's a New Yorker.
And?
That's a New York.
No,
That's so New York.
Like, no, you walk it so much easier than getting in a car and
Well,
schlepping
I
down
lived
there.
right down the street from you, know,
Yes.
because I arrived at your house one day. Very, let's just say, in high spirits. Let's just say, feeling my fantasy. Let's use a euphemism, shall
We're
we?
gonna leave it at that. Yes, yes. It was a good night.
I don't think I knocked on the door. I think I came through the window.
You did?
I think I maybe flew through the
it
window.
was Christmas.
Open window.
I remember
Yeah.
that. It was Christmas.
I took a shower
We
with
got
my
a
clothes
package.
on.
We got
and,
a package.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was cutting invisible cucumbers on her kitchen counter. Then I went into the bathroom, turned on the shower, left the bathroom. It was a lot. It was a lot going on.
It was good
But you know
times.
what though? You are a consummate professional and a decent human being because not only did you not call the police.
No, I didn't.
You did not call my mother.
No.
Or my babysitter.
No.
Or my grandmother.
No.
Or and
I didn't know any of them. I was like, girl.
well, I killed them all.
Makes
But
sense.
you were
Another piece of the puzzle.
I know that you have been. I know that you're a woman of experience with crazy, difficult people.
Oh, yeah.
Not only how you control a rowdy crowd with a microphone, but the way that you navigate and having a crackhead in your house was very admirable.
Well, you know what's crazy is that, when I started drag, I mean, it was a different world and
Yeah.
you met all different types of people.
Yeah.
So you had the hoes, you had the druggies. I mean, I've had my share of drugs as well. So
New
it's
Orleans.
not, yeah. I mean, it was just part of the scene.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's not so much.
Well, I mean, I know, and I don't want to be so okay boomer or remember when or back in our
Yeah.
day, but like I've always said this, honey, drag queens were typically three things.
Yeah.
Prostitutes, drug users, drug dealers, or scammers.
No, and don't forget alcoholics too.
Oh,
That
alcohol,
kinda comes to
that's
territory, yeah.
alcohol and drugs.
Yeah.
And all of us steal.
Yeah.
We all stole because we're all poor.
Right.
And it's like, so when did it become that we're not only running for Congress, we're running nonprofit businesses
Well, the world
to
has
serve the
changed.
community?
Well, it's also crazy that when drag it became a business, because in the beginning it was like, remember when you
Well,
get
it's business.
No, but remember
It's
when you
risky business.
Very risky, but you would get in drag to like go meet with your friends and hang out.
Or fuck a man, or
I've never
like,
done that.
Oh, you know,
you fucked a man in drag? No, nobody wants to fuck this. No, honestly, you were
no, sweetie,
what?
sweetie,
What?
listen.
What, mama?
Mama.
What?
Darling.
Yes,
Tootsie.
sweetie. Talk
Honey.
to me.
Honey.
Honey.
Oh, I'll talk
Cunt.
to you.
Major. Speak to me.
You're
We need
not- you're gonna
subtitles
die
for
when I
this
tell
section.
you.
I'm gonna We can't do ballroom because Aja's gonna
No,
get
that
pissed.
was Indiana
so don't
Jones and
do
the
it.
Temple of
Don't do
Doom.
it. Oh, that.
Okay.
Yeah, got it.
No. You would think, because let's just not call, you don't exactly look like Margot Robbie.
No.
But more of a Lucille Ball, perhaps. But
Wait, this is news to me.
No,
I don't
they
look
see
like
those-
Margot
those
Robbie?
Listen,
Girl.
she would never wear bottom lashes.
Oh, she wouldn't. Mm.
Those devastating lashes, that incredible crease, the soft blending, those ruby,
Blending.
those
Okay,
luscious,
now you lost me. Now
those
you lost
luscious
me.
ruby lips, that glossy bang covering that horrible forehead.
Fuck you, cunt.
the hair tastefully wrapped up in a
Chignon.
fleece chignon.
Please, chignon.
And they say, oh yeah, I want her to fuck me in the
Yeah.
butt. That's what they say.
Well-
They say, you are Wilma Flintstone, and I want you to bedrock my ass with your fucking tank.
Okay, now you're getting me hard because that actually sounds
it's
appealing.
true, though.
But the scary thing about it is, you know how we talk about all the time the queens that love to have the fans that they have sex with that are always like, ooh, I like that type of
I've never met those type of queens. I don't know who
Yeah,
those
get a
are.
mirror. So
Yeah.
anyway, these people that enjoy that, I couldn't imagine. But then like imagine like in a moment where you're having sex and somebody just like turns around and looks at you and goes, yeah, not today, Satan. Like that would like ruin. Think about it. I'm only saying it because it happened. But think about it. It's horrible. Like my dick just crawled up back inside
But
of
you
me.
say, you go, need help packing?
I didn't need any help packing until he brought up Satan. Then my dick clawed back inside of me.
Unmarried.
Yes.
Today's podcast is brought to you by Viia. So Valentine's Day is right around the corner, and it's no secret that consuming a little THC can help set the mood in the bedroom. However, getting the right strain and dosage can be difficult. That's why we're thankful for today's sponsor, Viia. Viia has developed a unique blend of pleasure-enhancing cannabinoids, libido-strengthening herbs, and a low dose of THC all into one mind-blowing gummy called High Love. We're talking about pairing aphrodisiac herbs with a mild amount of THC. Their best-selling High Love gummy will awaken your senses, increase blood flow, and intensify any sexual experience. I know what you're thinking. For me, how could any experience become more sexual? Well, it's possible. Viia also offers a wide array of other gummies with or without THC, each with their own strengths and effects catered to your routines. And the best part, Viia legally ships in all 50 states with discreet packaging directly to your door. No medical card required. So, if you're 21 plus, you can get 15% off plus a free pack of award-winning Dreams THC CBN sleep gummies with our exclusive code BALD at viiahemp.com. VIIAHEMP.com. I am a weed product orderer. I don't like to go to the stores. These dispensaries always have like straight guys who scare me. So I'm just, it's great to just have it sent to you. And another great thing is it's super discreet packaging, if that matters to you. I know for me, if I go to get the mail and I pick up my discreet packaging and somebody goes, oh, that looks like a normal package, I'm going to turn to them and go, yeah, well, it's Viia and it's a lifestyle hemp brand offering a craft cannabis experience. So why don't you go back in your house and stop worrying about my mail? They also have zero THC products, so you can get the full line of just CBD products, which is great for sleep, focus, energy, and the products range from 2 milligrams to 50. So whether you're looking to microdose or dive deep into more potent effects, let's say, there's options. Let the gummies work the magic. Head to viiahemp.com and use the code BALD to get 15% off plus one free sample of their Sleepy Dream gummies. If you're 21 plus, VIIAHemp.com and use code BALD at checkout. Take your passion and pleasure to a whole new level with High Love from Viia Hemp.
What's the scariest thing somebody told you in the bedroom?
Oh, well, We don't have time. But the thing that comes to mind immediately, and this is not only scary, it's insulting.
Oh, God.
It's a boner break that's insulting because they didn't ask about me. They didn't repeat one of my catchphrases. They were like, is Violet really a bitch?
Really?
I was like, well.
So after you said yes,
You're going to find out because she's in hell and I'm sending you straight there right now. Like,
is Violet really? I mean, that's what they asked you?
or about something about Pearl. Because this was before Trixie had really ascended to her like status.
Yeah.
And she was just, a brown tooth, whatever,
Now she's just lower brown tooth.
No.
Yeah.
Do you know that she is can you believe her success? I don't want to harp on it.
No,
but
I can't.
It's insanity.
No, truly, I can't.
And she's a person who would not describe herself as a person with immense innate talent.
Neither would I, but yeah, I get it.
And I certainly wouldn't either. Wait, so what's my excuse? Why aren't I successful? Okay, back to the show. Back to the show.
Back to the show.
The point of that story was people will fuck you.
How did you think that was a compliment to her? The way you said, "Oh, I don't want to compliment her. I don't want to sing her praises."
Oh, I don't know. I was just a backhanded non-compliment. I want to ask you, what's your worst show you ever done? Worst show
God,
ever.
many. Like one in particular?
Can you think of any?
Oh, God,
What comes to
Listen,
mind?
there's always a moment. There's always some shit that goes wrong.
What's the worst thing ever happened to you on stage?
The worst thing that ever happened to me on stage?
Post-Drag Race.
Oh, post-Drag Race.
Because I know before Drag Race, all of our careers were
everything was
fucking
bad.
messes.
Yeah,
Married,
it was pretty rough.
I've been pissed on, vomited on.
Well, you know what? You don't have that same reaction anymore because people are a little kinder, and especially if people are coming to see you, it's a different setup.
It's an appearance.
Yeah, I mean, every show is bad for me. Like in my mind, when you leave there, if you come off the stage and go,
are you hard on yourself?
That was famous. Of course, you've got to be.
Okay.
You got to be realistic. You got to go, that wasn't that funny tonight, or this did this that night, and I've got to figure out what I'm doing with that.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a balance. Like any performance, like if you are a type of person that was like, well, I did that.
No,
it's like, well,
never that.
You probably didn't.
No. And also that's who
What's
says
the point
that?
in that?
Who
What's
the fuck says
Yeah.
that?
People
the best
who
thing
are
about
not eating.
Well, true, but also
know?
like the best thing about being on the road is that if it didn't work that night, then you have the next night to do it.
Yeah.
But you also don't go to everybody and go, oh, what a horrible show. I acknowledge it within myself.
Also, it's just you. You're a solo act, right?
Oh yeah, it's solo. Yeah.
So
because I don't
that's
have an
tough,
untalented
though.
best friend to travel with.
Oh, wait, am I
don't know.
I'm not.
I mean,
I'm not one half of an untalented duo.
All of you are in groups. It's like everybody's like this and this and this and this and this.
So
And I've never been that person.
She keeps me tethered to this earthly realm. Otherwise,
Sure.
I would be somewhere in Middle Earth, girl.
You'd be in my shower at my house still.
Honey, hanging on the ceiling. You know how they do that in the movies, like where they're like repel their legs like a spider.
Yeah. I don't know what movie you're talking about, but yes, I'm gonna say
you're
yes.
You're gonna wash that ass, Bianca. I'd be like the shower,
the spider in the shower.
Yeah, the spider who encourages the troll. No, okay. So wait, best show ever.
Best show ever. I don't. You know.
Oh, come on.
But I don't remember. Like
Best
I don't remember.
City? Is it?
The best. No, there's a lot. No, it's because like one of those things where like I can't remember because when you go to you know how it is when you go to these cities, you're in the city and then you're out of the city. So it's not like you're spending a week in South Africa where you go, okay, I've lived it and had a great time.
That's not fucking. It's a kind of a tragedy because like, well, no, I mean, I know you know this, and this is not something most people can relate to. You wake up and for 20 full minutes, could not tell. Or say where the fuck you are.
Oh, of course.
20 minutes.
No, you can't.
You're like,
I've been at the airport
countries
before.
sometimes.
I've been
countries.
at the airport where my luggage doesn't show up. And like I've had connecting flights and I'm going from here to there. And I get there and I spoke to someone saying, I don't know where my luggage is. They go, where'd you come from? And I go,
could have been Argentina. Could have been Alabama.
Could have been Akron, Ohio. I have no fucking idea. So yes, that is challenging. So you kind of go in and you do it. So I don't remember one that was like the greatest. I don't know.
You ever take vacations?
I'm not a vacation person.
Oh my God.
I'm not a vacation person though. I can't relax.
Oh, well, lovely.
Yeah, I'm not good with that. But I like to be home and do my shit that I need to do at home.
And I have to say, for some reason, you let me into your home for more than one night.
Well, your parole officer called me. Yeah, you came to the house.
Did I tell you? Did
What
I tell
year
you
was
about
that?
the car ride home? Did I ever tell? So I spent a fabulous weekend at Bianca's estate, sprawling estate. 15 floors, 13 pools.
Totally.
The car park underground with a highway.
Totally.
Yeah,
totally.
it's got its
With
own,
a highway, the tunnel. Yeah.
Gorgeous house, incredible, in right by Palm Springs.
Mm-hmm.
And I, as soon as I was sick of you, or as soon as you kicked me out, I
did not kick you out. We scheduled the amount of time for you to be
there. It wasn't
there.
bad.
It was great. You
over.
left your snail trail.
So I take a car, and I get into a black car on the way 2-hour drive back to LA.
Yeah.
It's 116 to 120 degrees. It was
I thought
at
you were
1
going to say
p.m.
dollars. I'm like, that was the steal.
No, 1 p.m. in Palms in the summer.
Yeah.
What would you guess was the temperature of that car? If you had to, knowing me,
no air condition. No air conditioning all the way back.
No, not the air conditioning in this black Lincoln Continental.
No.
Was not only not working. It was completely broken. I wasn't even given the benefit of hot air coming out of a vent.
So your balls were stuck to the seat.
Mama,
You're marinating
no.
in faggot stew.
Do you know crock pots?
Yeah,
you know
I know.
Slow cookers?
I know fucking crock pots.
You ever made a stew over the course of about 18 hours?
But I know a drag queen. I'm not going to name who it is. Who every time she's around me, I'm like, what's she cooking?
Mama, nothing good.
No, nothing.
So, and when you are in a
heavy
situation,
gravy.
if you're like on a stage, for example, like flop sweats, you know, if you're.
Are you a sweater? Where do you sweat from?
Am I a Nikki fan?
No, I'm asking, where do you sweat from? Do you sweat from, are you a head sweater? Are you a ball sweater? Are you a pit sweater?
Everywhere. But
are you a funky sweater or are you just like
I'm
wet?
I'm wet.
You're wet, but you're not a stinky sweater.
Mama, I do laundry 3 times a day. Okay. Don't come for my scent.
I'm not just asking.
If I smell, it's because I'm smoking.
Your stank,
Yeah, okay.
to classify your
But
stank.
so it starts immediately in the head.
Okay.
Right here.
Yeah.
Right
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
I feel the drips, the right here, and then if I feel this trickle down, then I know the forehead's wet, and then and then it's just
the
like
back.
the back dripping down
so
the
you're
back,
wet
dripping down the
in
back.
this SUV heading back to.
And I'm in a shorts and a t-shirt. That is leather, leather black interior.
Wait, what's leather? The outfit you have on?
No, the black interior of the car.
Yeah.
Hot leather.
Yeah, hot leather. Just like,
and I'm like,
when'd you put that
and I'm
on?
doing this. I don't have a pop fan. Usually I carry an emergency pop fan.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, is that just like because you
in
get
drag,
warm or because you never know when there's going to be a circuit party?
Well, no, because like if I'm in drag and there's the AC is unreliable, that goes a long way.
Okay,
It cools you off.
Yeah, okay.
So I can't describe, I would rather,
Tell me.
jiggly.
Yeah, I
Before
do
the
know.
teeth and the gorgeous surge,
I love
I would
jiggly.
rather squat over my face and push so much, 3 weeks worth of diarrhea into my mouth.
Than to sit in a hot car.
Gurgle it.
Have you ever gurgled diarrhea?
I would if I didn't have to go in that car.
Okay, got it.
I
You set a
was
scene
so-
here. I totally, yeah.
When you're out in the rain in a romantic comedy, kissing your beloved.
Oh, yeah, I've done that so many
pouring
times.
rain.
You and I did that.
Yeah, remember
we
in
did
Paris,
it.
our night in Paris?
Yeah.
I'm dripping. There's
Yeah.
a pool is forming on and I'm like, why in the fuck did I not just say, excuse me, I'll take another car?
Why didn't you? Or so the air wasn't working at all? Did you ask about the air?
He said it's broken. I said,
Okay.
is the air conditioner not working? He's
You
like, I'm
could've
so
called
sorry.
another car.
Of course.
You could have.
But this was the state of my self-esteem and the level that I'm able to advocate for myself. I sat there. Now, there is when you go back to LA, there's you cross the mountains or something and then the temperature drops like 10, 20 degrees.
Of course it does, yes.
But that was a good 20 to 30 minutes and I was panicking
So you were saying
much.
your self-worth was low because you were at my house and I dogged
Well,
you down
I think
to where you felt?
you beat me so viciously, emotionally, physically, and sexually, that I could not even. And I also had sewn my mouth shut,
Well,
so
it's
I wasn't
interesting-
able to advocate for myself.
Double cross stitch. But what's interesting is that
Do you
you're
know what I-
telling me the story as if it's a bad thing.
No, it's your fault. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, it's my fault. Oh, of course it is. Everything is my fault. Everything is my fault. Oh, yeah, so I ruined your fucking life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, at
and
least
that's
that
why you haven't
day.
been back out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I haven't gone
it's
out.
tricky.
I'm an agoraphobic. I haven't gone to Palm Springs or anywhere.
Yes, you
you know,
shouldn't.
I zoom into our podcast on the road. You know,
You're not even here right now. You're a hologram.
thank you. Oh, wish. Oh, man,
Could you imagine how great that would be? Like, that would be the best.
Manila
Like,
said to me, she's like, we were talking about Dame Edna, who has an understudy. And Manila was like, isn't that fierce? I'm like, girl, they come to see you.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It's just you. You ain't got no talent. They're coming to see you, not somebody else who's
Isn't that crazy?
It's crazy.
Which is like when people have these shows that are on Broadway that are like their biography,
But
their
that's-
life, and then they have a standby.
But it's
our
Broadway.
story.
But that's Broadway, though.
I know, but honestly, if you're
girl,
going to see them, you don't want to see some second-rate bitch doing the story.
But here's
of
the
Dame
tea,
Edna.
though. Here's
Tell
the tea.
me.
When you have at least in these productions like Chicago, starring Erica Jane, when she has a contract where she needs to appear 3 nights a year.
Okay.
And then
okay.
guess who her understudy is?
Who?
A show-stopping, unknown, incredible
course.
dancer.
Of
Who
course.
you're like, thank God Erica wasn't here.
But
You know what I
but
mean?
that's how it is, though.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like I've been at shows where I forgot what show it was, but do you know who Linda Lavin is? No. Linda Lavin was from Alice, which is the Kiss My Grits show.
You are so old.
Anyway, the point was, I was there, and then they announced that the star
Yeah.
wasn't there,
Yeah.
and then they said, in the performance will be played by Linda Lavin.
And you're
I
like,
sat
fuck
there for a
outta
minute,
here.
and I thought, I'm not gonna dog her and leave. So I stayed and I watched it, but I did see people leave, and I'm like, that's fucked up. If
Well,
you
because-
bought the ticket, but if
it's
you know this,
star
if their
power.
name is above the title, that they have to give you the money back.
Well, fierce.
It's true. So,
It's
like,
fierce.
if you and Trixie are
Also,
doing a show and one
but
of you were not there,
no, we
would they really
can't.
notice if you weren't there?
Oh, please. We could put Bunny in her place and Sherry in mine.
Oh, there you go.
You know what I mean? And people would stay for the whole thing.
They would
stay for the whole thing.
For
And they'd
once.
laugh. Yeah, they'd laugh, you know. They'd be like, no intermission, just keep going. We love
great.
this. Yeah.
Keep moving.
No, but on the listen, and I don't mean this is such a fucking obnoxious thing to say, but when you are
Whenever
on the
you
road,
preface it with that,
yeah,
you know it's
when
going to
you're
be
on
bad.
the road with Bianca, you want to fuck her so bad. No,
Yeah, of
no,
course.
it's like when you're sick
Yes.
on the road, you can't take a night off.
No.
You can't.
It's too much. Yeah, you
But
can't.
because there's no understudy.
Right.
They're there to see you.
Right.
That's the unique
And you
quality
gotta plow
of
through it.
our professions.
Yeah.
We're famous for being us.
Yeah, and you've got to go and do the show. I've never canceled a show.
Fierce.
Yeah, I've had,
Kink.
we've rescheduled.
Oh,
but-
okay. The truth comes out.
No, we've
I'm just kidding.
rescheduled. There was one in Peru last year because we did 129 shows in 27 countries and 99 cities.
Jesus
And Peru was the only one we had to move because there was some political shit going on. So we couldn't get there. So that was it. That was the only one. And then I had to go make it up later.
The hardest working bitch. I am, and you are, it's
But
crazy.
you do it to work. That's me. I do it to work.
You love working and also.
I do like working.
if
I
you-
do like working on the road.
Oh.
Which, a lot of people have gone and done, television stuff and different things like that, which is great if that happened, but I always like being on the road. I prefer the road.
There's nothing like being a live entertainer.
Yeah, I just like, alive. Depends on the night.
Dead
but-
inside. Some keep come see dead inside.
Dead inside. But I like live interactions with people, so that's always been my
Mama,
thing.
you're so quick, and you do not even let them get a word. Before they've even tried coming up with their rebuttal or their
Rebuttal.
They're like, you're like, love in the pussy. Next, you're like, you are
Rotted.
such a drill sergeant with the comedy.
Well, it depends on who you talk to. It's not everybody's cup of tea because that's what we deal with nowadays.
Well, of course not. I mean,
because-
I hate most stand-up.
Well, no, but the weird thing now is that everybody's called a comedy queen when they're ugly. Have you noticed that?
Girl, we went on a comedy tour with you. You know what I was doing on stage wasn't comedy. It was comedically
we did
awful.
do that gig together.
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. You just brought it up.
I did not.
Okay.
Let's get back to your show.
I forgot all about it.
Thank God.
See, you are rotted. This is why you deserve that hot fucking car
But
with your
look, we're
balls
out
melting.
of time.
Yeah.
Speaking of rotting balls, this onesie is heating me up.
It's hot, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can see the sweat coming in right here.
I do see. No, literally.
I do see it.
Do you want me to? You need a moisture?
No, I'm good. I'm good. No, contrary to belief, I am moist at my
Girl,
age.
well, let me just be sincere for a second. You look fucking fabulous up close, which is no
close.
small feat.
Wait, what does that? Have you seen like horrible people up close? Is that you just go?
Do I have eyeballs? Do I have
but I'm
glaucoma?
asking though, because it's like, do you mean that it's like, do you look like yourself? Because that's what I always find interesting. Because you see some of these photos where you're like, okay, they look like I'm gonna throw credit and go, you look gorgeous.
Rue.
Oh,
She
in
looked
person?
fabulous.
Oh, I thought you were saying she looked bad.
No. And
Like,
not on the main
I
stage.
haven't seen her in years.
Not on the main
Haven't seen her in
stage.
years.
She's
No.
lit so fiercely on the main stage. We did a little live podcast towards the end of All Stars 2. I saw her. We were this close to each other in regular lighting. I was like, okay, so how many bottles of baby blood did she fucking
No,
drink
she does
today?
look good. We got to
Fabulous.
see. You've never done a Tic Tac. You've done a Tic Tac lunch with her?
That was the we instead of that it was a podcast.
Okay, so we had
Yeah.
we did the Tic Tac. Was
And
she
you're
in drag
right
or out
there,
of drag?
in drag,
In
full
drag.
drag.
Yeah. It's always good when she's in drag.
She
but I had that
was-
moment when we did Tic Tac lunch, and I was just like, "Am I allowed to look at you?" And she said, "Yes."
It was-
and
it was
I was
crazy.
looking at all of it.
All of it.
It was fabulous.
The art. I mean, of course, Raven's artistry is fabulous.
Yes, it
She
was.
looks-
This
and
was
the hair
our
is
season
fierce.
was Matthew Anderson art.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it was like just.
But girl, you look great. And then, like, I mean, we did 2 podcast tours on the road, and on day 1, I was rusty and dragged, didn't shave right, didn't do my skincare, it looked horrible. Day 2, Fina did my skincare, I looked amazing. But whatever you're doing, keep doing it.
Well, I look like my picture, girl. It's just what
But
it
that's
is.
fierce,
No, but
though.
if you look like AI to start with, you just continue to do it. That's what. I mean, there ain't no way. You just stop blending, and you add a bottom lash when you got wrinkles, bitch. It
AI
covers
is that
everything.
anal intent.
That's it. That's what I'm all about. Anal intention.
Okay, where's the first show?
Oh, the first show's in San Diego. And then my last one will be, my last one of this round will actually be in Palm Desert, which I'll end in Palm Springs. So the
Fierce.
bus will pick me up at home.
Cunty.
That's what I've just
Cunty.
figured out.
That's
And
cunty.
people think a bus. I go, yes, it's the best thing because you don't have to travel. You don't have to fly. So
Yep,
I start
sleeping
there.
on the bus.
And then we do all of it. And then we end up back in Palm Springs. So for all ticket information, you can go to thebiancadelrio.com.
Which is, and then you are on socials at Bianca Del Rio.
Yeah, it's always the Bianca Del Rio.
Okay,
Yeah, there's a whole nother
not
story.
Bianca Del Rio.
No, there's a girl that has the same name in Florida.
Fuck her.
Girl, imagine the hate mail that
fuck
cunt
her.
gets.
Well,
Oh.
from the bottom of mine and Lady Bunny's hearts, we
Yes.
both hope that bus crashes right away.
But then I can make a comeback because remember Gloria Stefan had that bus that
Oh,
crashed.
wait.
No, she came back with "Standing in the Dark." Remember that song that she was standing there? Well, girl, we could just take that airline now. Was it United where the doors fly
Spirit.
open? Can you imagine?
Spirit.
No, really. Did you hear about that plane that just flew open with the
I
doors?
saw the picture. I thought it was fake.
No, it's real. A baby almost flew out, but it didn't. But I'm going to ask you this. Have you ever been on the plane where you've been fucked up or drunk and you just look at that emergency exit and you're just thinking to yourself, I'm going to go push it? I've done it. I've been in my brain where I sit there sometimes and I'm just like, it's that devilly side of me that just goes,
subway.
Do it.
It's the subway. You have to push somebody on the tracks.
No,
the train's coming and you're
haven't.
like, I could just push her. Be like, she tripped. I thought.
Let's do it. Let's do a whole series where we just go and do that to people.
You do me first, then I'll do you.
Okay, great. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do
Well,
it.
thank you so much, Ruby. And thank you for the onesie. I'm keeping it.
You can keep
it. Honestly, you're so fabulous. Thank you so much for
please,
coming.
thank you for having me.
And
It's
good
good
luck
to see you.
Break a leg on tour.
Thank you. I plan to. I appreciate it. Good to see you, Kat.
All right. Bye.